How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the channel. In today's video we are going to be assembling a bench grinder. If this is your first time owning a bench grinder, or you've had a bench grinder before and you forgot how to assemble it, then this is definitely the video for you. If you want to see the whole unboxing video for this specific bench grinder, I'm going to be linking it at the top below. Go ahead and watch it if you want to. Today's video is going to be on assembling, and so if you've already verified that you have everything you need, then go ahead and grab your bracket and let's start. One thing to note is bench grinders come in different shapes and sizes, and you'll need to consult your user manual to confirm that you have everything you need, but generally the steps are the same. You're going to need a nut and a bolt of some sort to install the bracket, and so I have these little washers and this plastic locking nut. Installing this is quite straightforward. My bolt has a square extrusion that slots in nicely to this little hole slot, and so I'm going to be installing it, and then the bracket, and then a couple of washers and the locking nut. One thing to note is make sure that your bracket doesn't touch the grinding discs. You can pretty much leave a small gap if you want to. I mean, this is all subjective on how you want to place it, but generally I like to place it as close as possible to the wheel but not touching it, because if it touches it, it will grind. You can give the wheel a couple of spins to make sure the bracket isn't grinding. The other side is pretty much the same, only that we are installing it in the opposite direction, so keep that in note. Don't install it backwards. I know some people do. Don't. Now here comes the acrylic shields. So installing this is also a matter of preference. I usually like to keep the plain acrylic shield in the rough disc side, and the acrylic shield with the magnifying element on the fine disc side. For obvious reasons, of course, I'd want finer control with the fine disc, and so I'll put the magnifying element on that side for more control. You will definitely need a socket wrench of some sort and a screwdriver, and so I'll have one linked in the description below. You can go ahead and buy one from my links. It also helps support the channel, so huge thanks if you choose to do that. And also subscribe, like the video, and comment down below. That also helps out the channel a lot. Thank you. Once you're done installing, you can go ahead and tighten the grip of this shield, and I like to keep it tightened but not all the way tight, so I can move it up and down and it will hold the position that I leave it at. So one thing to note. Now let's install the shield with the magnifying element. It's pretty much the same as the other one. They are also the same size as you can see here. The only difference is the one has the magnifying element on it. And so installation is going to be pretty much the same. And before anyone says I'm installing it wrong, as I said before, this is all a matter of preference. How you install this is pretty much depending on your preference. I just like to install it this way, but the steps are pretty much the same regardless of your preference. You use the same process to install, the same bolts, the same nuts to install. So overall, take away the process and not the configuration, as that is heavily subjective. Okay, so our bench grinder is fully set up. You can now place it on your desk and take it for a test spin. And obviously remove every plastic covering, every protective covering before turning it on. And yeah, this is how it turned out. Pretty cool in my opinion, and I hope to do a lot of work with this bench grinder. If you've enjoyed the video and it has brought value to you, please consider subscribing, like this video, comment down below on what you want to see me doing next, and share it with a friend. And thank you. See you in the next one.